Tell him I'm taking your pouch.
What did he say?
He said there's a third option.
What then?
He got a bolt in the back. Ready to help.
I think the stew's ready.
People! The mutant's pursuing me!
You might want to stir it.
Girls become witches too?
Larita wanted to see me.
Commandant's busy. Come back after dusk. What?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
Leave your weapon here.
Guard it with care. It's very valuable.
Wait, Wolf. I need to talk to the Commandant too.
You going inside or not?
Listen, friend. I'm an officer and you're a runt. And when I say jump, you will not only...
Come on, Roach.
With these cunts, Laredo couldn't protect the port from a drunk lumberjack, let alone Yorveth.
He's succeeded so far, Roach.
A ballista! The bastard's got a ballista. You know the power of this weapon. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away.
Yeah, an experienced crew can release 2 bolts each minute, but it can't hit the same spot twice because it recoils and shifts. I've heard that somewhere before.
Where did you learn about ballistae?
I knew someone who knew a bit about them.
Unimportant. We need to damage it if we don't want to be at Laredo's mercy. They're all drunk here now. I'll provoke the guard.
Relax, Roach. I don't want to fight this rabble again.
As long as that weapon's operational, no one will sail this section of the Pontar without Laredo's express permission.
I'll handle this. Go have a drink.
Nothing better than a fireside feast. Sniffing
Except a
around
fireside
like dogs
feast
in
with
a rubbish
copious
dump.
amounts of liquor.
Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orans.
Did you hear? What you want, old man?
I was looking to test my strength. Arm wrestling.
What do I stand to gain?
Nothing, because I'll thrash you.
And if I win?
You'll have beat a Witcher, so I guess that gets you bragging rights.
Are you that Geralt fella? The Grey Wolf? All right. Let's begin.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one. A little elf was skipping down the path.
Damn the dogs! The old man got me. I need to eat. Build up a bit.
You rotten scum. Plough more, plough more. Do that again, and I'll fuck your mum. Plough them all.
You've had your song.
Did you hear?
Care for some real
2 big shots arrived.
diversion?
Wonder what they want.
Good day.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
They say witches
That's
have
true.
no need to plough.
You know this
Huh?
one.
Did you know
What
that?
do you need, ugly?
I wanted to surprise my friend, the sad-looking guy by the ballista.
Some idiot wanted me to read him poems recently. Extravagance as I see it, I didn't like it.
I was thinking of something a little more traditional.
What would you have me do?
I don't really care. Just get him away from the ballista.
Oh, now you've got me doubting he's your mate at all. But I'll not pry. It'll cost you double.
That's steep.
I may be a simple girl, but I know at least a few men who'd give you trouble if I told them what you've asked of me. Pay me, and it'll stay between us. I mean, no point in giving brutes and louts a good reason to perfect their skills, eh?
A favor for a favor,
There is one thing you could do for me.
and that is...
Myron and Alphonse, 2 of Laredo's thugs. Give 'em a good thrashing, and I'll even blow...
I stirred up enough trouble as it is during the execution.
No need to stir trouble. Just humiliate them some ways.
Consider it done. Ugly,
Well, you ain't exactly handsome.
but...
I wouldn't worry. Women prefer ugly men to groomed dandies. And you're ugly something mighty. Care for a romp?
Can't just now, but I'll find you later in town. What's your name?
Margarita.
Myron and Alphonse.
Teach them a lesson yet?
Not just yet.
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
I don't like straight.
They say witches have... What you want, old man?
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with
Did you
copious
hear?
amounts of liquor.
2 big shots arrived.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get any...
I don't like freaks.
And I don't like oafish no-necks.
What do you want, mutant?
To try my luck. Arm wrestling.
I'm gonna crush you, mutant.
Save the boasting till later. Let's do this.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one. A little elf was skipping down the path. Plough more. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Oh, you arse.
Got strength.
All one.
Do that again, and I'll fuck your mum. Plough them all!
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
I hate mutants like you.
I know.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one. A little elf was skipping down.
Myron and Alphonse.
Teach them a lesson yet?
Of course.
All right. I'm off to give the boys some diversion.
Plough them all!
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Sniffing around like dogs in a rubbish dump.
Care for a little diversion, brave one?
Haven't had this
I'm
good a
on
time in
duty.
ages.
Oh, come
That's
on.
true.
Your comrades
You know
are
this
well
one.
at it, having their fun.
A
Why
little
should
elf
you
was
be any
skipping down the
worse?
path. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all.
Let's
Along
go.
came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Oh, you arse fuck, dirty rotten scum. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Do that again, and I'll fuck your mum. Plough them all!
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast. with
Don't you
copious
traipse
amounts of
around
liquor.
here.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get
That
any
one
better.
struts about as if he were the king
Luckily, the
himself.
Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orans.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true. You know this one.
Laredo's busy with that witch Sheila. Come back later.
Geralt, let's wait downstairs in the yard. Yes?
Do we wait until the Honorable Lady is done with the Venerable Hick?
Waste of time. Looks like a good number of Flotsam's town watchmen are here. We should look around. Did you see that arbalist behind the house? I'll get his attention. Give him something to think about. Why don't you find out what they're guarding so closely?
Soldier, report to me immediately.
What do you want?
Shut it, soldier. Have respect for your superiors or spend the rest of your life on the king's galley.
Apologies, sir. In Flotsam, we cut the hands off thieves.
I was looking for the privy.
You're lucky the Commandant wants to see you. Come on!
Commandant, sir. We caught the witches sneaking around the garden.
Bring him in and leave.
Yes, sir.
We were just discussing a certain matter. You here on business too?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
In that case, I shall leave you to it.
Finally!
They didn't want to let me in while the sorceress was here.
Did you see her? Made up like a whore on parade day. They think they can do anything, those sorceresses. I heard what happened in Temeria. You know your name's on a warrant. It's unfortunate, though nothing that should impede our dealings. See, I'm the law round here, and the law needs to know what the legendary White Wolf's doing in this cesspit.
I'm looking for the man responsible for Foltest's death.
Here?
I know the Scoia'tael had a hand in it too. It's their trail I followed to Flotsam.
Lucky you found Bernard Laredo then. If you're telling the truth, Yorveth's got raw blood on his hands. I can help you find him.
The Kingslayer. That's who I want. Huge man, pretty hard to mistake.
Was it him?
Yeah, he killed Foltest. Now he's sneaking around these woods.
In that case, we'll get him too. I heard you killed the Kairan. Flotsam is grateful. Let's say that squares the crimes of your friends. They're free to go. I trust you're on our side.
Whose side is that?
That of the people of Flotsam, of course. Terrorized by the elven bandits for years now.
A local conflict, none of my business.
You killed some elves on the riverbank outside Flotsam.
We were attacked.
You failed to understand.
It's you who doesn't understand, Laredo. To tell you the truth, I'm not human.
You an elf? A dwarf? No, talking bollocks. I piss on the fact that they call you freak for your white hair and glowing eyes. You're a human like any other. We're fighting a war, and you, my friend, cannot straddle the fence.
Your point, Commandant?
You're a witcher. Your job is to protect the simpletons from monsters. I protect them from the danger that lurks amongst the trees.
You detest non-humans.
I detest Yorveth, the coward who hunts the innocent instead of facing soldiers. I detest that whore son who murders women and children while claiming that he fights for freedom. He's a monster, Geralt. He's the evil I protect people from. And anyone who helps a monster becomes a similar monster to my mind.
Enough. I get it.
I don't want you to kill him. Even you don't have a hope against his entire force. I've an idea, but I'd rather not go into it now. The squirrels are up to something. Every night their scouts come closer. I suspect they plan to attack the barge moored in the port.
What's on the barge?
You mean who? Bandits, murderers, rapists. On their way to the dungeons at Drakenborg. As soon as...
Their infamous leader joins them. The cherry on the cake, and Bernard Laredo's crown trophy.
Couldn't have put it better myself. As long as Yorveth remains free, humans, elves, and dwarfs will live alongside each other in deep distrust. I've got to learn what the pointy-eared rat is planning.
How am I supposed to get that information?
You underestimate me, Witcher. True, I have my prejudices, but I'm not blinded by them. Take your friend Zoltan, for instance. He contacted Yorveth.
I'll talk to Zoltan.
I trust you'll make the right decision. Farewell.
No passage.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
You know this one? A little lad was skipping down the path. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Oh, you arse fuck, dirty rotten scum. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Do that again, and I'll fuck you, mum. Plough.
Turned me away at the door, the bastard.
We'll meet later. Don't forget your weapons on the way out.
Well, well. How's the Commandant as a host?
It's people like him who might help us.
Or put us in shackles and throw us into the river.
He told me they're keeping Scoia'tael prisoners on a barge in the port.
Did he mention if Kieran ep Esnalen, Yorvet's right-hand elf, is among them?
No.
He may know something about the Kingslayer.
Let's pay him a visit.
I tell him I'm taking your pouch. Or
Look,
your pouch
people!
and your life.
Wonders and miracles! What do you want?
To speak with the wounded prisoner.
No one's allowed.
I'm here on Commandant Laredo's orders.
I already cut a deal with you, but
So get out of my way.
he won't tell you much. He's dying.
Shut your traps. Stop bloody moaning down there.
Look, Coffer's dozed off.
Wakey, wakey, Coffer. You'll fall asleep forever any day now.
They beat him bad. He's got at least a dozen fractures. I'll need your help.
What do I do?
The spell I'm going to use is painful. It could kill him if he thrashes around.
I'll use the Axii sign to calm him.
Perfect.
Look, Birdie's all wet. Hey, Birdie!
You fucker! What's the bloody
No playing with your sword, got it?
You!
No playing with your sword, got it?
focus or you'll kill him.
Killing is a witcher's trade.
Let's try again.
It's no use.
You wish, Horson. I'm no traitor.
He's raving.
Vadgun? Where am I?
In Flotsam, on the prison barge.
The convict's barge? I'm done for.
How did Laredo's goons catch Yorvith's right-hand elf?
I was betrayed. How else?
There's a witcher in Yorvith's unit.
Like every Dwan, he turned out to be a bastard.
What happened?
He betrayed us. He said he had an offer for me. So we met, where roses of remembrance grow. I should have known.
Roses of Remembrance?
Yes, some of the last in the world. He thought that I'd betray my elven brother in order to control the unit. I refused, and there was a fight. I've never seen anything like it. No, I was the first to be hit. Thus I survived. I would have bled to death had Laredo's men not found me. Letho will kill Yorvith, and all will be lost. So many dead, so much suffering, all for naught.
Why does the Dwan want Yorvith dead?
He used us from the start. Our hatred. But he no longer needs Yorvith. Sees him as a thorn in his side. I don't know what Letho wants.
Letho. He's the Kingslayer?
Yes.
What does Yorvith want? Why Flotsam?
Go plow yourself.
You have to tell me. I'm on your side.
If you say so. Flotsam is only the beginning. We're no bandits, we fight for freedom. In due time, Yorvith will answer the call, and we'll emerge from the woods, joining the battle.
What battle?
He wasn't specific.
In that case, I'll ask Yorvith himself.
I'd like to see that.
We got what we came for.
What now?
Yorvith.
What if Yorvith already knows?
I've got an old saying all ready for him. My enemy's enemy is my friend.
Warn him, Gwynblade. Yorvith fights, for that is what he does best. He's Enshe, a real one, a free one. Among the last, fighting makes sense. Now more than ever before, there is still hope.
What are you talking about, Kieran? Hope for what?
For change. For a better tomorrow. I'll not see it. They'll torment me to death on this barge, and I'll go gladly where the apple trees bloom. But you must warn Yorvith.
Yennefer told me that Ciri has departed for good. She inhabits another world and is happy there. Before she left this one, she gave us the Isle of Avalok, our island. We stopped counting time. People believe that the wraiths of the Wild Hunt are immortal. They race across the heavens, gripping in their bony hands swords, their lightning bolts. They take away mortals, ever expanding their cavalcade of spectral riders. They burned the orchard and the house. In their armored boots, they trampled our island. And they made off with Yennefer. I had to get her back. Return to reality. Return to the Witcher's path.
Geralt, are you all right?
I've been to the Isle of Avalach, among the apple trees and the mists. After the massacre in Rivia, Suri took me there, and Yennefer. The Wraith Riders kidnapped Yen, and I pursued them.
But
Triss, this is important. I feel like everything's coming together. When the Witchers found me barely alive a half-year ago near Kaer Morhen, I was fleeing the Wraiths of the Hunt. They continued to pursue me, in the outskirts, then in Vizima when I killed the Grand Master. Now I know it was no coincidence.
Kieran mentioned roses of remembrance growing somewhere near here. Cedric claims likewise. If that's true...
Right now I should be searching the forest for Yorvith, not looking for flowers.
I could restore your memory.
You sure?
Everything seems to indicate that. Whatever's blocking your memory is clearly weakening. I think I could break that barrier with just one petal from a rose of remembrance. Those flowers are truly powerful.
In that case, Yorvith can wait.
Want me to go with you?
I'd love your company.
All right then. Let's go. Cedric mentioned there are some old elven buildings near the cascade in the forest. We should start there.
Lead the way.
Shut your traps! Stop bloody moaning down there!
Look, Coffer's dozed off.
Wakey, wakey, Coffer! You'll fall asleep forever any day.
That prick Laredo turned his nose up, eh?
I think we've arrived. The cascade, the menhir. We need to take the path leading upwards.
Gardens in the middle of forests? Those elves really like to complicate things.
Stop whining. It's not far now. Cedric told me a beautiful legend about this place.
Legends are almost always beautiful, especially elven ones. The reality often leaves a lot to be desired.
Well, Cedric also said the site itself was something wonderful. The rose must be here somewhere.
I'll look around.
Alden and Cymoril. Cedric said Cymoril eclipsed even Francesca Findabair with her beauty, and Francesca's reputed to be the world's most beautiful woman.
Cedric drinks too much.
He really has visions, you know. He really has the gift. He could learn to control it if he drank less.
Cedric drinks to get rid of the visions, and that's something I understand perfectly well.
Oh my, lovers. Look out. It's beautiful. I just don't understand it. How did the elves become so cruel? The one with the scar had so much hatred in him.
Places like this make you realize just how much they've lost. There used to be entire elven cities, and the forests were theirs to enjoy, not to hide in. Humans destroyed that, put them in reservations. Yorvith and his kind are taking revenge, though not all elves are like that.
Kieran said there's a lot more at stake.
He has his ideal, a certain vision of the world, but do you think there's room for humans in it?
We're practically one and the same.
Wrong, Triss. We've been learning from
I don't know why I find that awfully sad.
Just like this garden. Beautiful and sad.
Cymoral's Rose of Remembrance. Legend has it they wilt unless nourished with blood, and also if they're sold. But give it to someone you love, and it'll live forever.
This one's for you.
Oh, Geralt.
I want you to keep it. If there's any truth to the legend, it shouldn't wilt. Even if you pluck a petal or two.
Thank you.
This is the statue, Curly. Don't mind us. Imagine the corn we'll get. I won't leave the brothel for a month.
6 weeks even.
Where does that woman get the gold for all this? I mean, her and the old man, they're buying a new house. And now these statues for the garden. Must be defraughting the treasury. What's a town chancellor do anyway?
It'd be ploughing hard to move.
We'd never shift it in one piece. I know. We'll break off the legs, the heads, remove it in bits.
Break off your own head, clown.
Shut your trap, cunt.
Anne!
Kill them! Hit the freak!
Temeria for Temeria!
Watch out!
Incredible what the N-shape built before human ships ever appeared in the Pontar Delta. Elves possess a sensitivity humans can't ever hope to acquire.
We're trapped.
Looks like we're stuck. Well, there must be another way out of here. Why are you looking at me that way? Do I have something on my face? What's going on in that head of yours, Witcher?
Oh, you know. Stuff. You could use a bath.
So could you.
A witcher's blade. Letho comes here to think.
Well, he's not here now, so we've no reason to stay.
The Dwan stole the story of Eldon and Cymru, but they now steal our roses of remembrance. A more silly and shallow tale I've never heard. An enchanted wood, a beautiful elven couple living within. A handsome human prince arrives, riding a milk-white stallion. Bloody Dwan. We Elshire remember how it was. Limitless devotion, passion, commitment, and sacrifice. Legend has it the lovers' sighs are enchanted within these very stones, though only those in love can hear them.
Singing bushes, jabbering stones, elven hogwash. Well, I'm buggered.
We should take walks more often. For a while there I forgot all about Flotsam, the Scoia'tael, the Kingslayer, the whole world, really.
Nice to know I still have that power.
I need time to devise the spell. It could take as much as a few days.
Mm-hmm.
What do you plan to do while you wait?
I'm going to meet Yorvith.
Well, don't get yourself killed. That'd be pretty stupid now.
What are you getting at?
You're about to recover your memory, which will give you a whole new perspective on things. We'll learn what happened to Yennefer.
Uh-huh. And you expect me to drop everything and tell Roach, hey, it's been great, but I've got places to go and people to find?
You know, you could. I mean, you don't really owe him anything. I'm just afraid you'll get caught up in something and you won't be able to back out. Yorvith's a sly old elf. He's been fighting humans for a full century at least. This Letho is no common bandit either, and I shudder to think who put him on the warpath. It's a mire, Geralt, deep and hungry, and it could swallow you whole before you know it.
It possibly already has.
I want you to know that I'm prepared to travel to the end of the world with you to save Yennefer. I owe you that. I owe her that. I'm prepared to drop everything. The trappings of court life, politics, the regicides. I could even live at Kaer Morhen. It's up to you.
Triss.
Let me finish. I can only say this once. If you want to go alone, I'll understand. And I won't try to persuade you otherwise.
I can't know what the future holds. I don't know what else is hidden in my mind. But whatever it is, whatever happens, I don't want to lose you. I'd have to be an utter fool and complete ingrate to let you go.
That's kind. Thank you. Does that mean we're leaving the regicides to Roach and tending to our own matters?
I think so, and I think you're right. I don't owe anyone anything.
I'm glad you've noticed that.
But that doesn't mean I'm willing to sit around doing nothing. You need time anyway, and in that time I'll catch the Kingslayer.
Geralt, please, be careful.
I'll go see Zoltan, and together we'll go find Yorvith. With a little luck, I'll capture the Kingslayer, and then we can go back to living our own lives.
Good. Will you talk to Roach?
I'll think about it.
Geralt! Geralt!
There you are. Is everything all right?
This is nice. What a beautiful place.
Very.
How do you find us?
Finding those I seek is a speciality of mine. Now, let's get out of here. The Scoia'tael are out in droves.
Wait, Vernon. We need to talk.
About what?
A few days from now, I plan to leave, get back on the path, back to my witcher's work. That'll mean the end of our mission.
Care to tell me what prompted this decision?
Triss. She knows how to restore my memory.
Why not drop everything and leave now?
Triss needs time to prepare the spells.
You're giving up. No other name for it. You're just giving up. What of the Kingslayer? Many still believe you're him.
I don't think I care anymore. Those whose opinions I value, well, they know the truth.
Uh-huh. You see someone kick a dog and you're incapable of letting it go. And you want to release that fiend who we've succeeded in cornering, who's thrashing to get out of the cage we've put up around him.
I want nothing of the sort. I'm not leaving for a few more days. In that time, I'll catch Letho for you. That's the Kingslayer's name, incidentally. I know how to get him.
How?
You're not going to like this, but it'll involve working with the Scoia'tael.
Is your mind completely plowed at this point? Did Triss put this nonsense in your head?
Listen to me. You'll get your Kingslayer soon. I'll give you him or his head. After which you'll clear me of all charges and let me go my way.
What else? Perhaps you'd like me to embrace Yorveth in gratitude as well.
Yorveth's not my problem. I'm no elf hunter. I've never been one, and I don't intend to become one.
Now enough. You've made your decision, I can see that. So be it. But I think we all know who's being the prick here.
I questioned Kieran, Yorveth's second in command.
Where is the bastard?
I get the feeling he's dead. Just landed on the Isle of Avalach. I've been to that island, Vernon. I remembered something while talking to Kieran. I was there with Yennefer. She gave her life to save mine.
Did you remember the crossing? How you got there?
With Suri's help.
Interesting.
What I find interesting is how a master spook like you has no idea.
Someone was abducting young people, aged 10 to 20. Now the case went cold because no one agreed to testify. Except for one woman, considered insane because she insisted the Wild Hunt had made off with her son. And she claimed she'd learned of this from an old man who was pursuing the cavalcade. He resembled a skeleton more than a man. White hair, 2 swords on his back.
The Wild Hunt is a riddle that will restore my memory, if I can just solve it.
As I see it, you're more likely to learn about the hunt from the insane. Not a reasonable man out there can teach you a thing. You might visit that asylum in the woods, or what's left of it.
I found a patient's chart in the ruins of the hospital.
You mean the burned-down insane asylum?
They committed him to the asylum because he'd insisted he'd been a prisoner of the Wild Hunt. He claimed he'd been in a world without humans, where he'd seen herds of unicorns. He managed to return to our world after a year, only to find his children had died of old age. Following this, Vernon, it means he'd been to a world where time flows a lot slower. Laredo wants the Scoia'tael gone for good. He didn't say anything specific, but in his mind's eye, he saw them on the prison barge already.
Yorveth's outsmarted bigger fish than the Commandant.
Laredo's got something going with Sheila, so I'd take him seriously if I were you.
You never know. Maybe the sorceress hunts more than monsters.
A little town deep in the forest, terrorized by Scoia'tael. You should be in your element, Roach.
Flotsam isn't just any old town, Geralt. Temeria, Redania, Kedwin, and Edirn. The largest kingdoms in the north. Know what they all have in common?
The Pontar Valley, a strip of land they've been battling over for generations.
Exactly. And here's Flotsam, on the border between Temeria and Edirn, with Kedwin lying in wait just the other side of the marshes.
At the very edge of the Pontar Valley.
Stuck in the middle like a candle up the arse.
The North's most important trade routes meet here. Every caravan has to come through Flotsam, and anyone who wants to place their cargo on a boat on this section of the river has to bear Laredo in mind.
They say Henselt of Kedwin has gathered an army and is heading for Vergen. The Pontar Valley will be on fire soon, while we, Geralt, are sitting in Flotsam, the gateway to the valley.
I'd like to believe it's pure coincidence and the killer just followed the squirrels here.
Naive, to say the least, Witcher.
So long, Roach. Yes. The Wild Hunt's not a legend. I can prove it.
How so?
I found a manuscript whose authors contend that our world is not the only one where there's life. They also believe stars are not just twinkling points.
You want to tell me that somewhere up there, I'd find other Geralts, other dandelions living, breathing, and... Shame we can't meet up.
Exactly. The manuscript says vast distances are the main problem. A normal human would run out of lifetime before he got to any of those other worlds.
Besides which, you'd have to have something that could fly.
The manuscript's authors claim the Wild Hunt has found solutions to both problems. The cavalcade travels between the worlds.
Sounds a little like the ravings of a drunk dwarf. But who knows?
I need to find out. The manuscript mentions someone named Morton Collis who devoted his life to observing the hunt. Maybe I can get my hands on his research. You gave Vernon a full report on Flotsam. Seen anything unusual around here?
They've got some amazing women at the brothel. You should take a look. One of them.
You know what I mean.
A town like any other. It's got a harbor, an inn, and a stinking muddy river. That's what an ordinary man would say. But we poets also look into people's souls. And things are not good. I saw a robbery sanctioned by law. Town watchmen laughing as they confiscated goods, all the while talking about how they'd finally bring order to the town. I saw drunken thugs beat up an elf woman while no one even flinched. I know these things happen everywhere, but here, it's not motivated by hatred or misguided attempts at meting out justice. People are driven by cold calculation. They're always looking for opportunities to get a little richer.
So, Mr. Master Spy, what's new in the world of politics? Bards singing about anything interesting these days?
Eddern's in trouble. Henselt and his great army are nearing the Pontarch and will ford it and strike any day.
Well, we haven't had a war in a long time.
Like all little boys, he likes to play with his soldiers. But I don't think Kedwin will have an easy time of it. Eddern's borders are guarded by Saskia the Dragon Slayer.
Who's she? Some mercenary?
A peasant girl and self-proclaimed commander of something called the Edirnian Voluntary Militia.
Fighting women and bards who play politics. These are strange times.
I'll arm wrestle you anytime. Now, even.
Another time zone. I spoke to the Commandant. The future hardly looks bright for the non-humans in Flotsam.
That fucker's only waiting for an excuse. One small provocation by Yorvith and he'll attack us.
How do you know?
Heard it by chance. Saw him walking through the port one night talking to himself, the batty bastard. He mentioned a new order and a world for humans only. He laughed and shouted curses at the prison barge. The scum is up to something. Yorvith must sense it. He's doing everything not to provoke Laredo, but his Scoia'tael might have a different opinion and less restraint.
Any news?
Triss has sniffed something out. Apparently, there are prisoners on the barge in the port. Squirrels, no less.
Zoltan, I need to ask you a favor.
Shoot.
I heard you know the local Scoia'tael.
You heard? Meaning some goat's arse in a helmet hollowed it out in the market square.
I need some way to get to this Yorvith.
You know, I don't want you thinking I'm all chummy with the Scoia'tael. And Yorvith detests me. Why would you want to see him anyway?
He knows where the Kingslayer is.
Yorvith? And here I always thought him a common thug. All right, no reason to sit on our arses. Come on, you can tell me everything on the way.
Lead on, Zoltan.
Tell me, who said I have contacts with the Scoia'tael?
Laredo.
What?
That's why he wanted to hang you? For making deals with the squirrels?
What? I met a few, yes, but made no fucking deals.
What about their leader?
They say Yorvith's mad, but the Scoia'tael are at his beck and call. Sod knows what he wants.
Hope he'll tell me what it is.
Tell you what, of two evils, Laredo's the bigger prick.
Because he almost hanged you?
Because he stirs up the locals against non-humans. And there's word he's colluding with Kedwin.
What's his angle?
Greed! King Hensel would gladly annex more land and grant Laredo privileges. Come on, we've got a long way to go. It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much. We need to go deeper into the forest. I hope they didn't change the password.
You know their password? What are you playing at, Zoltan?
All right. The Scoia'tael asked me to command a unit.
No wonder Laredo wanted you hanged.
They may have asked, but I didn't accept their fucking offer. This is it. I was due to meet them here.
I know. They're aiming arrows at us.
What? Geralt, I know full well you're always vigilant, but quit poking fun at me.
Give them the password.
What them?
Hurry up, they're edgy.
Kierkegaard!
Stop bawling. What do you want?
Countersign.
Heidegger. I asked you a question.
Take us to Yorvith.
Why?
If we wanted to speak with you, we wouldn't ask for your leader.
Yorvith won't talk with you.
You don't know that.
Leave while you're still able.
The two of you won't scare us off.
There are 4 more in that tree.
How do you know?
I can hear them breathing. One's sick or on Fistek.
How?
He's wheezing.
What? You elfin cock's gone soft?
We just want to talk to Yorvith.
Wait at the clearing. The dwarf knows where. We'll let Yorvith know.
Make sure you do. Come on, Geralt. I know what those elven boys have planned. Been there once. We're here. That creature prowls down there.
Right where we're supposed to meet Yorvith.
Exactly. Any ideas?
I last fought in Ericus some time ago.
I never had the swiving pleasure. Not that I mind.
Wait here.
What are you... think me a limp prick? This is the place the elves mentioned.
That thing approaching us is no elf.
I'll leave it to you, girl. Not my speciality.
How many more can there be?
A lovely show, Gwynblade. But tell me, was it worth it? An uneven fight and certain death await you anyway.
I could ask you the same thing.
What do you want, fat gun? Speak quickly before I kill you both.
Letho betrayed you. He wanted to make a deal with your comrade, Kieran.
Kieran ep Esnilin is dead. 2 weeks ago, his warriors were ambushed and killed. You should invent better lies, Gwynblade.
He's on the barge, wounded but alive. He turned Letho down, and his unit paid the ultimate price.
If you speak the truth, Letho will die. But words alone are not enough.
You attack and murder the people of Flotsam, forgetting that elves and dwarves live among them.
That's no life. They've been stripped of self-respect, forced to live and die by human laws. They're more Dwan than you, Geralt.
So the hired assassin turned out to be a traitor.
It's his word against yours.
For now. Why do you trust him? Because he's a Dwan who agreed to do shady work for you?
He did what had to be done. He proved nobody's untouchable.
What's your angle, Yorvith?
You wouldn't understand.
Hiding in woods, killing berry pickers, eating roots.
We live by our own rules, doing what's necessary to attain our goal.
What is your goal?
What's it to you, Geralt? Esseth, Fatgern. You tell me to stuff it up my arse.
Not everything deserves that fate. My life now depends on your whim, so I'm curious.
Then listen well. The two dead kings were whoresomes who damned their own children to stay in power. But in the East, there's someone truly deserving of a crown.
You still trust this assassin?
You may be lying.
If I'm lying, so did Kieran.
We'll investigate it for his sake. We shall see how Letho reacts to your sensational news.
Where is he?
The ruins of Kelmawed. For some reason, he likes the place. My unit will cover us. Ready?
Why did you want Foltest dead?
He might have appeared charming, but in reality he allowed the elder races in Temeria to be oppressed. He was like Old Dwan, but his death has more significance.
We need to go.
We need a ruse. Tell Letho you've captured me and want to hand me over to him.
And you?
I'll be unarmed, hands bound. If you're not lying, his reaction will confirm it. I don't trust you, of course. My warriors will cover us if you try anything stupid.
I get it.
I don't think so. Do anything stupid and they'll tie you down on an anthill, face-coated with honey. You'll scream so loud even the storm riders will hear you.
Are you always so grandiose? Conquer with courage rather than strength.
Exactly. Let's go. Be careful, Letho is incredibly quick.
Geralt of Rivia. What's the meaning of this?
I'm here to negotiate.
Yorveth, the woodland fox, caught at last. I underestimated you.
Who are you?
You really don't remember?
I'm sick of that question.
So it's true. And here I feared that you would ruin it all. I am Letho of Gullet. I'm a Kingslayer.
Joke's over. Unbind me.
Tell me who you're working for, and the elf is yours.
We work for ourselves.
We?
The Kingslayers.
Demavend, Foltest? Who else? Who the hell are you?
We've met, Geralt. Do you remember?
No.
I'll never forget it. You saved my life. White Wolf. We fought side by side. Now we'll cross blades. This wouldn't be necessary if I'd killed Yorveth first.
Surret and orcs will drown in their own blood.
Oh, I don't think so. My men will finish their task long before the Scoia'tael in the Pontar Valley realize you're dead.
Surret and Ox. Who are they?
Kingslayers the Scoia'tael are assisting in the Pontar Valley, in Upper Edern.
I wondered what a human was doing among the Scoia'tael.
My enemy's enemy is my friend. Know the saying? The Scoia'tael are my brothers in vengeance.
I don't see any other way to do this. Draw your sword.
Enough of this farce! Vedrai, Enlay!
What game are you playing?
One that you just lost.
Give me my sword.
I have to kill you. Try it, but I'm no king. Such a pity we're on opposite sides. I see you still know how to fight.
Why do you hound me?
They think I killed Foltest.
It's your own fault for playing soldier boy.
Why would a witcher kill kings?
I'm a witcher no more. That was long ago.
So you're a hired help. Congratulations. Should have surrendered when you could.
You fight well, but you were better ones.
The muscles remember.
One thing the Wild Hunt couldn't take from you.
A witcher and a few elves are enough to kill a king?
You've no idea how many people were eager to help us.
You really think they will all keep quiet?
Yorveth's time is running out. The others will be judged and condemned for sowing chaos.
So, why?
You were one of us, Geralt. You saved us. Now we're even. Your witch is good with magic. Think she'll be able to teleport me to Edern. If she behaves, I won't harm her.
I'll find you.
See you in Edern, then.
Where's Roach?
We killed a few of his men. The rest ran. Is Letho dead?
On his way to Flotsam.
How do you know?
He wants to find Triss.
Kill him. Before he contacts the others.
You shouldn't have trusted a Dwan. Let's go.
We can't go there, Geralt. The garrison.
Of course. I forgot what kind of warriors you are.
Mestere, Gwynblade. Good luck.
Finally, we'll show the non-human rabble their place.
The vultures
We were too good to you. Fattened yourselves on our toil.
You're killing innocents!
Innocents? Who was it that slaughtered our lads in the forest?
Geralt! So what'll it be, innkeeper?
They killed my son. Damned elves. I want their blood for that.
These elves had nothing to do with your son's death. Don't shed their blood.
Now that you mention it, yeah, leave them be. Go home, folks.
Thank you, Gwynblade. We'd be dead if not for you.
The sooner we flee, the better.
Take care. Who opened the gates of hell?
I don't have any proof, but my coin's on Laredo. Rulers are always looking for a way to cover their mistakes and failures. And the mob always loves a circus, whether merry or bloody. This town will never be the same. A time of disdain has come.
How did the rioting start?
They say it's revenge for those soldiers who died following Roach. But they were just thugs on Laredo's pay. Almost no one misses them. Spontaneous riot my ass. Laredo's staying out of it, keeping his hands clean. But his thugs are inciting the mob. I've seen several soldiers in civilian garb leading it. But you won't find any proof against the Commandant.
I don't intend to. Why don't the guards do anything?
Why would they? The squirrels slaughtered their cronies, and Laredo hasn't given them any orders.
We need to find Triss.
Last I saw her, she was on her way to meet Sheila in her rented quarters at the inn. I told Triss about the megascope Zoltan's been building.
Let's go. There's no time to lose.
I was lucky enough to get the key to Sheila's nest. Incidentally, for a big woman, the innkeeper's wife is surprisingly nimble. Come on!
I expected that.
Help!
I've walked into a slaughterhouse.
I just hope Triss is all right.
Death! What sort of freak is that?
It's that sorcerer.
Leave them alone. They've done you no harm.
Right, they're our neighbours.
Let's go home, lads.
Thank you. I just about felt the blades chill between my ribs. We've done.
Not good.
Don't just stand there. We need to look for clues. Sheila's bodyguard. His neck's broken. No wounds. So that's not his blood.
Triss enters, breaks the guard's neck, then wounds herself? That's stupid.
What a mess. Somebody had a good time in here. Trashed everything.
I don't get it. Someone else had to be here.
Dandelion, look.
What is it?
A peephole. Someone might have been spying.
The brothel's behind that wall. Maybe the madam saw what happened.
Let's go. A lot of blood. Too much.
Come back later. We're closed. They've killed one of my girls.
It's Derai, Geralt. That was her room.
What happened?
They murdered her. Yesterday, they loved her, drank wine with her, told her she's pretty. Today, 5 of them came, drunk on blood, screaming filth.
She had a client at the time?
No, she was with me. What are you looking at? I was consoling her.
I was hoping you knew what happened in the next room. I noticed a peephole. But if you were busy...
We were, until we heard voices beyond the wall. Sheila normally cast spells that blocked both sight and sound, but there was nothing like that this time. We started peeping. Me first. I saw that redhead, Tris Merigold, and Cedric, our drunkard ex-squirrel. The redhead approached the magic mirror and said, "Let's see who our Ice Queen's been talking to recently."
She meant Sheila.
Even I figured that out. She waved her hands, shouted an incantation, and a man appeared in the room, mighty ugly. Derai was so scared, she squealed. When I finally got Derai out of the way, a different figure was in the room, a woman Triss called Philippa.
Greetings, Philippa.
Triss, you're looking nice. Why are you using Sheila's megascope? I can't believe she approved it. That's like using her toothbrush.
Sheila's oblivious to it. Why did Sheila come to Flotsam?
It's a delicate matter. We need someone at Henselt's court, but he hates sorceresses.
I know.
Henselt's only son died in a hunting accident 3 years ago. The king has failed to sire more offspring, in spite of trying incessantly. Sheila claims she can heal the king's faulty apparatus, but needs very rare ingredients.
Which she intends to harvest from the Cairn.
Exactly. This way a sorceress will have the king's ear again.
That's all I know, really.
Dandelion, any idea who Philippa is?
Philippa Eilhart, sorceress counselor to King Radovid of Redania. A grand mistress of the world's most fetid cuisine, politics. She's amoral in a crystalline way, so devoid of conscience that she's a phenomenon. Rumor is she's out of favor at the Redanian court, which, if true, she probably arranged herself in order to leave the capital.
What happened to Triss?
I don't know. I already told you about the only conversation I heard, just before those murderers came. They kicked me and stabbed Derai. But I heard fighting from the other room. The sorceress was screaming. When the murderers left, searching for other victims, I peered outside. Thought I saw Cedric sneaking through the alleys towards the forest. He was staggering.
Thank you, Margot. I owe you.
Witcher, wait. Give this to Yorvith.
A letter?
The names of Darai's killers. He'll understand.
You're spying for Yorvith?
I help him from time to time. Just give him the letter.
I'll try, but I can't promise anything. Dandelion, wait here for me. I'm going to find Cedric. Cedric's blood. I just need to follow it.
They're really showing those bloody non-humans.
Beat it!
That's not Cedric.
Parsons! Make those bastards stop! Heed me!
Cedric's blood. I just need to follow it. Cedric. Where are you?
Take care of yourself. Wanted to see a vista, eh?
head mill, Gwynblade. I no longer feel the pain. Always wanted to die among trees.
Cedric, what happened?
Triss asked me for help. I killed the Dwan guarding the door, and we broke in. Again, I killed a Dwan.
I know. Where's Triss?
A Witcher came in, attacked us. I tried to protect Triss. He was fast. Too fast for me. He hit Triss before she could cast a spell. He knew how to fight a sorceress. Then he ordered her to activate the megascope. He needed to get to Edirn, near the dwarven town of Vergen. Triss said it was madness, that she didn't have the coordinates. He gave her a strange look, threatening. Better give it your best. You're going first, with me right behind you. Then I passed out. When I woke, they were gone. I knew I was dying. The forest called me.
Why, Cedric? Why did you get involved?
Why did you? Sometimes we must. Have I told you about my visions? That's why I drink. It helps. I'm safe in a mist of vodka. See nothing, feel nothing.
Cedric, calm down.
But now I see clearly. You need to regain your memory. Only then will you understand who's killing Crowned Dwan and why.
How can I get it back?
In Edirn. In a place tainted with dark magic. Where ghosts of the fallen will fight a great battle. Save their souls, and your memory will return. What's happening with the forest? I feel a presence.
They come to bid you farewell.
My forest. Buffet, Gwynblade. Farewell.
Geralt, where have you been?
The Kingslayer, damn it. I almost had him.
He fled?
Teleported to Edirn.
What? How?
He forced Triss to cast the spell.
Shit.
Roach sent me to find you. We're setting off. He's learned something new.
The Scoia'tael are also up to something big.
What are the Scoia'tael planning?
They want to storm the barge and they need your help.
When did you join the Scoia'tael, Zoltan?
It's not like that. They're taking the prisoners to Drakenburg. A special prison for non-humans. Bloody monument to human hatred.
What's Roach planning?
He went off on Laredo, so it must concern the Commandant. It's something important.
I'll talk to them. Maybe Roach or the Scoia'tael can finally be useful.
Yorvith awaits you, Duan.
Where is he?
He forced Triss to teleport them both to Edirn.
No! The Scoia'tael in Edirn will pay for my stupidity with their lives.
Elias, ready the unit to march. You'll leave immediately.
Why Upper Edirn?
The Pontar Valley is a juicy piece of meat beset by hounds.
The Scoia'tael bite hardest.
It's our land. Our forefathers' land. I'm no bandit, Gwynblade. I lead a great army.
You said you're going to Vergen.
True.
Why go to a dwarven town?
Henselt and his army have pitched camp on the right riverbank. The Virgin and a sorceress gather reinforcements to defend Edirn.
Which sorceress?
Philippa Eilhart.
What's a Redanian sorceress doing in Edirn?
Only she can reveal that.
And you plan to be king? King Yorvith I?
I've already told you. I know the head the crown would fit. We merely have to place it there.
Whose head is it?
One who believes in integrity, honesty, and honor. A person who won't sell out to Nilfgaard for a few florids. A woman named Saskia.
Is she your fiancée?
Don't mock me, Gwynblade.
It sounds like she's more important to you, not just a woman whose head would fit the crown.
You'll understand once you meet her. Soon the whole world will hear of the Virgin of Edirn. A woman blessed with extraordinary courage.
Has she proven her courage, or is that just talk?
She defeated a dragon.
It sounds like you want to establish an elven state.
There is already an elven state. Dol Blathana.
Francesca Findabair rules there.
Rules? She merely carries out Nilfgaardian orders. We want a truly free state, where an elf could visit a human inn. A land where humans could enter the forest without fear.
What does the leader of an army expect of me?
That you accompany me to Edirn. Perhaps you'll find your sorceress there. You'll certainly find someone who will soon change the balance of power in the north.
There was a massacre in Flotsam. The streets run red with your brethren's blood.
I know. That's why I need your help.
You want me to murder humans at your side?
I wish death upon every one of those Dwan. But that's not the point. Upper Edirn is our goal.
That's 2 days' travel on foot. You'll never make it in time.
I have a plan.
What plan?
First, you must agree to help us.
I need to know more before I decide.
No, Vatgern. You helped me with Letho. That's the sole reason we're speaking. We may both be pursuing the same son of a bitch, but I haven't forgotten the company you arrived in. Make your choice now. I'll let you go if you refuse. I couldn't do that later.
I can help, but I need to take care of something first.
Be quick. I shall wait.
Yorvith awaits you, Duan.
Vernon's waiting inside.
Roach, things have gotten a little more complicated.
What the fuck were you doing with the Scoia'tael? You gave Yorveth a sword.
You followed me?
I've got others who do that for me, Geralt. Ves, to be exact.
Yorveth and Letho had a falling out. I wanted to take advantage.
Who's Letho?
The Kingslayer.
Oh, you're sworn friends now.
Stop pissing me off. I tried everything I could to get him. If you'd trusted me, we could have captured him by now. The Kingslayer fled to Vergen in Edirn. He forced Triss to teleport them both.
Damn, he's made a mockery of us. If that's how he wants to play, I'll make him regret it.
I heard you have news for me.
Loredo has a deal with Kedwin. That merchant living in his house is Henselt's agent. For a pouch of gold, the good commandant promised to support Kedweni troops in the event of a conflict.
So what now?
I want that spy, to squeeze him for information. And I've sentenced Commandant Loredo to death.
Roach, we have to sail. We need to get to Edirn.
I'm not leaving until I deal with Loredo. The spy may know something about the Kingslayers. I wouldn't be surprised if Henselt of Kedwin was behind all this.
Flotsam's ablaze. How did it start?
When Ves reported you'd met with Yorveth, I ordered Loredo to provide us with backup. The incompetent oafs were supposed to wait for a signal, but the crossbowmen were twitchy. We surprised them, but Yorveth, the Scoia'tael, gave us hell. We barely escaped alive. Many of my men are wounded, but Loredo's people... When news that elves massacred a dozen soldiers hit the trading post, 2 of the soldiers' fathers decided to take it out on an elven girl. You can imagine what happened next.
All right, let's deal with this spy.
Listen very carefully. I'm not repeating this. We have 2 targets. The first is a Kedweni spy, Arnold Malaga. I want him alive. The other is Bernard Loredo, the trading post commander and a traitor to Temeria. We don't let his kind live. Arnold almost never leaves the residence, so we need to strike there. To get inside, we'll use Ves's unusual talents and Bernard's habits.
Stop calling him by his first name. It really rubs me the wrong way.
Whatever you wish. Loredo's house. The first floor contains guest quarters. Geralt had the opportunity to take a look. Regular patrols. Second floor, Loredo's bodyguards' quarters. They think they're the toughest warriors this side of the Yaruga, but really they're lame drowners dressed in colorful gambesons. Third floor, the Lion's Den. Here Loredo stores plundered valuables. It's where he sleeps, shits, and wanks off while staring at the statuette of a she-elf. Only the following are allowed to enter. Arnold Malaga, Loredo's mother, his cousin, and whores.
I'm not sure I still have that frog.
After making his round of the trading post, Loredo always orders 2 ladies. Ves will act as one of them. The house is a bloody fortress, but Loredo had it enlarged. The Witcher will enter through the extension. Ves will open a window for you. Once in, you'll have to improvise, Geralt, but you'll have the element of surprise. Ves can hold her own, too. Zenon and Rickard will cover you from vantage points. If things get hot, lure those horsens near the windows. I'll be in the courtyard with the rest, ready to enter in the extreme. I repeat, in the extreme. That's all. Any questions? No? Let's get to work.
Vernon's waiting inside. You're too early. Return after dark. Your chariot awaits, fair youth. The good spirits of this tower will guide and protect you.
Point you, little sparrow. Naughty girls, that.
Ah!
Who the hell are you? What do you want?
The key to the upper quarters. I know you have it.
You want to free the elven girl. Your efforts are in vain. Like an Ithleen's prophecy, the seed has been planted and will soon...
Shut up and give me the key.
The key. The key. Where did I put it?
Stay away.
You're dressed like a whore, behave like one. First I'll plough you, and then I'll slice off your tits. Does that strike your fancy?
Cut off your own, whoreson!
Oh, I love it when bitches bark.
trap! Look out!
Kill the son of a bitch!
I'll do the world a favour by killing a mutant!
Make him die in pain! What now, Laredo? Balls shriveling! Quick, untie me! Thanks, Geralt. I heard something behind that. Geralt, we've no time to lose. She needs help. We need to get her out of here.
Don't leave me here. Please.
You don't look like a whore elf.
My name is Morrow. What month is it?
This is no time to chat. Can you walk?
I will not stay here any longer. Even if I must crawl out.
She won't make it through the garden, Geralt. We must leave by the front. Lead the way. We'll be right behind you.
What month is it?
Lammas.
Autumn's begun. When they kidnapped me, it was snowing.
And the child's father is...
This child has only a mother. When I realized I was pregnant, they wanted to kill me.
Don't say that.
I can't make it. I think I...
Damn! Her water broke. Geralt, change of plans.
But...
Back to the tower. I need a clean bed, hot water, and some time. We can't be disturbed. Go get help!
Warning! Intruder in the tower! Attack!
Geralt, I see we're in time.
Where have you been, Roach?
A little problem along the way.
Enough!
Defeated by a Dwan. I must be getting old. What now?
Consider yourself lucky. Though you deserve torture, I lack the means, so I'll simply lop off your head. You'll die a warrior's death.
I don't regret a thing.
Impending death has addled your mind.
I don't regret that it's you. After so many years, it would be stupid to die from an accidental bolt in the eye. Or worse yet, influenza.
Damn! Lucky again, your archers approach. I defeated you once, Jorvin, and I can do it again. Remember that.
We shall see about that, friend. We shall see.
The horseman ran away, but I'm sure he'll show up again.
Bloody non-humans.
Enough of Jorveth. What's with Laredo and where's Ves?
Laredo's dead. I saved Ves. Barely.
What happened?
Your plan was hardly the most.
A boy, Geralt! A healthy boy!
Whose child is that?
Morals.
Whose?
We found an elf woman Laredo kidnapped almost a year ago. He was the father.
I'd never touch a she-elf.
Enough! We don't have time for that. The ship's waiting.
Why did you do it? Why? Don't touch me!
I hate this town.
Prepare the boat. We sail immediately.
What about the kid?
It's not coming with us. And who in this hellhole will take in a half-breed?
Saharim. Take it to Saharim in Lobenden. And make sure to tell him it's Moral's child.
The assassin had had his day. Very true. He'd kidnapped Triss Marigold. It seemed like Foltest's life had not been enough. It seemed like the killer also wanted the monarch's former advisor. There was no time to think. It was time to act. Grabbing Geralt, I embarked on a voyage upriver, deeper into the Pontar Valley. There, in a region known as Lormark, King Henselt of Kedwen had made camp with his army. King is the key word here, denoting the central figure in my plan to capture the Kingslayer. The special forces of King made the soil light lightly upon him. Foltest had lost some of their customary enthusiasm, treating us to not one single joke of the how many ways can you skin an elf variety. which only goes to support my theory that the human mind is capable of producing a finite amount of horror before some manner of reflection springs itself upon it.
It must have been a massacre! Bones everywhere! How in the world did Cleversick harness?
Do you always get so excited at the sight of skulls, Death Mold?
Scoff all you want, I speak of magic!